we just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic.
Hi, come on in. I'm just getting food ready to prepare for Thanksgiving. I'm so glad you could come and join me on Thanksgiving today. It is a perfect day to start cooking in the kitchen. So what I'm gonna start with is, would you like a glass of wine? I'm actually about to make a little mulled spiced wine, and I thought, you know, while you're cooking, you really need something warm in your tummy. So I'm just gonna pour some of this wine into a pot and start heating it up on the stove. What I love about making like a spiced or mulled wine on the stovetop when you have guests over is it makes your whole house smell good, and it comes with a use. You get to drink it afterward. I see so many people promoting the fall scents that you can do on your stovetop, which I love too, where you cut the oranges and you add cinnamon and star anise and things like that, and it makes your house smell good, and you can just leave it on the stovetop and it just, but you can't really use that. I guess you can still drink it if you want to, but I mean, come on, let's not compare water to wine here. I'm just gonna add 2 cinnamon sticks to this as well. It just, or you know what, let's do 3, let's go crazy. It is Thanksgiving after all, and I'm just gonna let this start to simmer and let the house smell good. So sit tight and we'll get cooking in 1 second. Now that the wine is on the stovetop, we're ready to cook. And do you hear that? Me either. The boys are outside playing hard, so when they come in, hopefully dinner will be close to ready. We'll see. First thing I'm gonna do is make my favorite dish of all time for Thanksgiving. Actually, I have a tie between mashed potatoes and this recipe, which is green bean casserole. Now, if you have been watching me and you know Tim, he does not like mushrooms, and green bean casserole always calls for mushrooms, at least cream of mushroom. I found a recipe that has no mushrooms at all, and it actually uses cheese and sour cream. So I'm gonna get started with this recipe first, and then we're gonna just keep going. I'm gonna make mashed potatoes. I have a little vegan, 2 vegan roasts that I wanna try, turkey roasts. So I'm starting off with just some green beans. Now this recipe actually says they prefer canned green beans in their recipe. So I was like, hey, another thing to make my life easier, yes please. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain these 2 really well, and then we'll get going with the rest of the recipe. Here's my holiday wine that I just had simmering a little bit. Get yourself a ladle, and then you're just gonna ladle it in. Do they have pretty ladles? Because I need one. And I'm using my new glass that I just got from Target Dollar Spot. I spilled, of course. It's mandatory. You have to spill, otherwise you're not doing it right. This looks so good. Okay, so I'm gonna save some for Tim too, but here's my little mulled glass of wine. Perfect for getting ready to dice up this onion. So I'm gonna tackle this real quick. I'm gonna let my wine cool because it is pretty warm, but it smells amazing. I wish you guys were here to smell it. 2 tablespoons of flour going in. 1, 2. A little bit of sugar. This is just coconut sugar. I get this from Target. It's the Wholesome brand. It's great, and I just put it in this cute little airtight container. It's easier to get in and out of when you need it. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but I can probably add a little more since I'm doing unsalted butter. So I'm gonna just like let it kind of go over the top here. There we go. Little extra for the unsalted butter. And then how much pepper? 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Whoa, okay, that was a lot. I'm gonna pour some of this back. Was that everything? That was everything. Okay, now I can get the butter on the stovetop to start to melt. While the butter's melting, I'm gonna take a sip of my wine because this has been sitting here and it needs to get drank. It's still really hot though. Let me see. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. It's not too hot. I'm gonna enjoy. Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I hope you're having fun at this Thanksgiving party that I'm throwing. I'm just being silly. Now I need to get a whisk because I'm gonna check on this butter. Let me check on it, we'll see how it looks. Ingredients mixed together. Now we're just dumping it straight into our sprayed 9x13 Pyrex pan. As I was making this, I realized that I probably should have sauteed the onions first because there's just like raw onions in here now. So, you know, you live and you learn. You do these recipes 1 year and then the next year it gets better and then the next year it gets better until you perfect it. So that's just, you know, one of my tips if you're gonna try this recipe. If you're not a mushroom person and you like cheese, this is probably right down your alley. So now that I have my green bean casserole in the little Pyrex here, I am going to add the rest of the toppings, which is super simple. You're just gonna add some more cheese, same cheese you use to mix with everything, and then you're just gonna do some fried onions on top as well. And then that's it. So then we're just gonna set this to the side and let it hang out until I'm ready to put everything into the oven. Like I said, the boys are out and I don't wanna have everything cooked at different times and things being like getting cold and stuff like that. So honestly, one of the hardest parts about hosting anything, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, any type of occasion where you're cooking a lot, timing is the hardest part of it all. Like figuring it out to where exactly you want this to all be cooked and warm at the same time. My gosh, I feel like it's a science, but the more you do it, the better you get at it and it gets easier and easier. So that is it. This is such a simple, easy recipe. And like I said, if you have a mushroom hater in the family, which I definitely do, I think this recipe hopefully will turn out great. So we'll do a taste test at the end. We'll let you know how it goes, especially Tim, because he's the one that will hopefully love it. So this recipe is done. Now I'm gonna get going on the potatoes. Got my big old sack of potatoes here. I always buy organic potatoes. Those, and when you're getting anything that's in the ground, a lot of the pesticides seep inside, and so they say that organic potatoes are the only way to go. So I always buy them organic now, or I just grow my own, but it's not the season right now. So I'm just kind of eyeballing. I'm not gonna do a ton because like I said, it's just for our small little family. So I'm doing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like larger size potatoes, this size, and then we got like 2 little babies. I'm gonna peel these potatoes. Now, just you get ready because the way I peel my potatoes might drive some of you wild. I just peel them straight onto the counter and I put all the peelings together in a pile and then I put them in my compost. But you know what? Honestly, for me, peeling on the counter is a lot less stressful than it was when I was trying to peel them like into a bag or into a bowl, and they would still flop around and get everywhere else besides the place I wanted them to. So really, it was me just giving up on that thought and just thinking, you know what? It's a counter, it's meant to be used. I love my kitchen, I use it a lot, and so this is what I'm doing. Now also, another thing I do is I have a big bowl of water right here, and every time I peel a potato, I just let it sit in there and it kind of just gets all the loose dirt that gets stuck to it from peeling, and then it just makes my job a little easier. And then I'll take them out and I'll chop them up into little squares. So I'm just gonna peel these real quick and then we'll get going on the rest of it. So I'm gonna show you how easy this is to clean up. I just got a little bag and we put this in our compost, so I'm just gonna throw it in here. Voila, mess gone. And then I'm just gonna wipe this down. Don't worry, I'm gonna clean it too later, but I'm still cooking, so it's gonna be a mess for a while. All right, my wine is getting low. Oh, outfit change. I always forget to put my apron on, like, I'll be halfway into my recipes. So yeah, cheers to a new outfit. Cheers to wine being almost gone. And we're only to the potatoes. I mean, I don't know why this feels harder than it looks, but it does, it really does. So I'm gonna cut my potatoes up into small little sections now, and this just helps it like cook faster. So I just like cube them like this. And then they're all going into my big pot of water, which I need to salt. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So I got my pot and I'm gonna just salt it with a little kosher salt. And then I'm gonna add all my little potatoes into this water. Now, I'm not actually gonna be boiling these yet. I'm just getting it ready to go. Like I said, potatoes are probably one of the last things, potatoes and rolls, because potatoes don't hold their heat very well. My mom came up with this genius plan though, to keep her mashed potatoes in a crock pot and just keep it on the warming setting. That way they stay warm the entire time. And I mean, how many times do you go to Thanksgiving and you're like so full, you can't eat another bite? And then, you know, you get to chatting, you drink another glass of wine, you hang out, and then you're like, you know what? I can go in for seconds. And so then by the time you go in for seconds, everything is cold. So here's my mom thinking of it all. So she does a lot of her food in crock pots. And then she does like buffet style, so everyone can just like get up and get their food and then things stay warm. Plus, not everybody shows up on time on Thanksgiving. And so it makes it nice that, you know, those that can't get there until later have warm food too. So once I'm ready to prepare the potatoes after they've been boiling and I have to mash them, that is when I add all the ingredients to it, which is very simplistic really. I do sour cream, some milk, but I don't use real milk. I use almond milk, and then I will do a little butter, salt, pepper, and I think that's it. Keep it real basic, but really delicious. I know people add boursin and stuff to their potatoes, which is also very delicious too, but I like a classic potato. I guess the secret ingredient is the sour cream. That's what my mom always did when she makes her mashed potatoes, and they're so good, so creamy, so delicious. So here we go. We got our potatoes. They're cut up and ready to just sit on the stove. I'm gonna put the lid on them, and then they'll sit there until I'm ready to start boiling them. Now what? No, now I'm done? No, I'm not done, silly guys. I'm not done. Are we ever done? Even when we're done, we're not done. So I'm gonna make stuffing now. This is the one I got at Aldi, the brioche stuffing mix with garlic and rosemary flavor. It sounds so good. It says ready in 5 minutes. So what do I need to do for this? Actually, I don't think I need to do this until I'm about ready to plate everything, because it says it takes literally a few minutes on the stovetop. You let it stand for 5 minutes and you fluff with your fork. So this is gonna just hang tight. What else do I have? I have the turkeys, the tofurkeys. So let me look and see the instructions on that, and then we'll start cooking. So I think like all of the easy things, stuffing, gravy, these are all kind of like last minute stovetop things that I need to work on. So for now, I just need to drink wine, I think. That's like, is that on my list? Yeah, I think drinking the wine is on my list. It's tough, I know, it's really tough. Somebody's gotta do it. The house is quiet. I'm gonna enjoy my wine while the oven's preheating. Cheers, you guys. I hope you're enjoying it too with me. I'm having so much fun. So I'm making 2 different types of vegan roasts. I'm doing the Gardein roast, and I'm doing the Celebration roast by Field Roast. So I actually already bought these, but today while I was getting ready, I watched a YouTube video, and it was comparing all the vegan turkey for Thanksgiving, and these 2 were their favorites. And I was like, yes, I picked the right ones. So let's see what I need to do here. So this is 350, 2 tablespoons of water in a baking pan, and cover pan tightly with a lid. Or wait, hold on, what? I have to do stuff for this? Ugh. Okay, what do I need to do? Remove plastic packaging, coat roast with oil, and place in an oiled baking pan. Okay, I have that. Add about 2 tablespoons of water to the baking pan and cover pan tightly with lid or foil. Okay, I can do that. What's this one? Preheat oven to 450. Bake frozen plant-based turkey on a non-stick baking sheet for 35 to 40 minutes. So what I'm thinking is this guy's gonna be getting cooked in my little conventional oven, the smaller one. This one will go in my regular oven, because I think most everything else I'm cooking, which I think is just the green bean casserole at this point, is going to be in there for 350 too. So I'm gonna start my oven at 350. While she's preheating, I gotta get this one ready. So my little conventional oven already has some parchment paper. I made some cookies on there. I'm not gonna change the parchment paper. Why would I waste it? I mean, there's a little cookie residue, but Never hurt anybody. This is a real life cooking with Katie right now. This is really what the real deal is. What I think is funny is when I watch cooking videos, especially like on YouTube, people, oh yeah, there's a little sauce packet in here by the way. People like have their kitchen perfect every time, and I'm like, nah, real life is like, this is straight up a mess right here. Like there is a mess going on, and that's fine because that's real life. That's what we're doing right now. We're cooking. We're getting things messy. So I'm gonna put this to the side. We're preheating. Yes, we are. We're preheating. Okay, I gotta get this going now. All right, we got, oh, this gravy is a powdered gravy. Used within 7 days of thawing. But it's a powder, so I don't know. I'm gonna be making the other gravy, so I should probably put this back in the freezer. You're going back in the freezer. Here's the bread pan, and here's the little field roast. So what did it tell me to do again? Rub with oil. I put the box on. No! Why do I do this to myself? Why do I make it so much harder? Do we all do this? Is this something we all do? You know, I was reading a meme the other day, and it was really funny because it was saying that when you're making like a boxed mix cake, you always throw the box away, and then like 5 minutes later you're digging in the trash trying to find it because you forgot that you need to read the instructions. That is so me, like so me. I've done that. I can't count how many times. So now this bad boy it feels like a hard rock. That's what it feels like. So it says to add 2 tablespoons of water to the bottom. So let me just do that before I forget. All right, I put a little water at the bottom of this. And then it said to like oil this thing. So, all right. Here we go. See, this is why I wore the thing, the whatever it's called, the apron. Doesn't matter. I just got it on my shirt sleeve, so it doesn't matter. No, no, no. Still get it on you. Okay. This bad boy is oiled to the heavens, and it's going to sit in here, and I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back. I think everything's ready to go now, so I'm gonna be putting everything in the oven as soon as it preheats, and then I'll see you guys back here to make the rest of the stuff as this is cooking. Right, the roast is ready to go in. This one takes the longest to cook, so it's going in first. Now while everything's cooking, I'm gonna set up my table real quick. So one thing about my Thanksgiving table, it's definitely not as involved as my Halloween or Christmas tables, but it still does the trick. And so I just find like whatever decor I have around the house. So I have like a lot of pumpkins, stuff that's easy, and I'm just gonna show you a setup for 3 people because that's what it is. It's just the 3 of us. So here we go. Green plates passed down from my mom, from her mom, possibly even my great-great-grandmother. So these are very precious plates to me. If you guys have a thrift store close by, I highly recommend. For holidays, these are perfect, and these can be used for Christmas too. So love the green glass. Thank you, Mom. I have matching green glasses. These are for water, and then Tim and I are just gonna use our wine glasses that I've been using while I'm making Thanksgiving. And then I have these beautiful little bread plates that go on the side, so it all matches. The last thing I'm using are these really beautiful napkins. These are cloth napkins, and they are hand-me-down from my grandma on my dad's side. So I love that I get to like use these family heirlooms in my holiday traditions, and it makes everything look so beautiful. And yeah, hope you guys are lucky enough to have some stuff passed down to you too. I am very lucky. So here, I'm putting these down. And there you have it. A very simplistic, easy, took me 10 minutes to put together. Honestly, I think it's all about making sure that you have candles or lighting of some sort. You can use twinkle lights too. I would use them, but I have them on my mantle right now. And having like bright colors, things to draw your eye to the middle. it doesn't take much, and you can even go outside and collect leaves and pine cones if you have that in your area, so you don't have to spend money. So I just like having like a cute little table, and of course it's just the three of us, so it's small and quaint, and my mom goes all out. So if you follow me on Instagram, I will show you my mom's tables for Thanksgiving, because she goes all out and she does such a great job. So that's the table, and food is cooking still, so I'm gonna go check on it. All right, so let me catch you up. I just did my Tablescape, which you all saw, and everything is in the oven that needs to be in the oven. Both roasts, the turkey roast that I put in, the green bean casserole's in there, and now I have to get going on the stuffing, the gravy, and the potatoes. I also have some rolls, but those are easy. You just throw them in the microwave, let them heat up. And so right now I'm gonna just start the potatoes to boil, keep them going, heat those bad boys up, and then mash them when they're done. This is super simple, so we'll move on to this after I get the potatoes going. And then the gravy is also super simple. It's just whisking water and the contents in here until they're dissolved. Simmer for 1 minute. That's it. Super easy. So let me start the potatoes. Tim came home, I poured him some wine, and he's out with the boys. Benson has a neighborhood friend that he plays with, and they're out playing with the football and stuff. So it feels like Thanksgiving when there's football, and then Tim's team is playing tonight, so he's watching football tonight. Let me get the rolls. I'm gonna show you guys the rolls. In case you missed my Sprouts haul that I showed all the Thanksgiving stuff, I got this pack of rolls that's an assortment. There's actually another roll pack they sell too that is an assortment. It has pretzel buns in it, and Tim was like, no, just get the regular ones, and I was like, what? Who are you? Anyway, so I'm gonna heat those up in the microwave like I said, and then I'll just have some butter on the table for everybody to just like, you know, put the butter on the rolls however much they want. So I'm gonna kind of get this stuffing prepared. What do I need? I need 1.5 cups of water and 1/4 cup or a half stick of butter, and I just let that boil, and then I add this, and that's literally all you do. So I'm just gonna get that ready right now. I'm gonna put some butter in here and the water, and then that way I don't have to worry about it when everything else is cooking and getting done at the same time. Gonna heat up these rolls in the microwave. Look at how good these look. Mmm, yum. Yum, this smells amazing. Now I have to take it off the heat and let it sit for 5 minutes. So it's going over here. Vegan gravy mix. Oh my gosh, if you guys could smell the smell that's coming from my house, you would die. So I'm gonna add a little sour cream to this as well. This just helps give it a little bit of flavor and moisture. Moisture is important with mashed potatoes. Sometimes they get dry, and this sour cream really helps to keep it nice and moist. And then I just eyeball salt and pepper, so I'm just gonna pepper this and then salt it. All right, so you have the creamiest, most buttery, decadent mashed potatoes just for the holidays. I never do my mashed potatoes like this, only when it's Thanksgiving. Just kidding, I do this all the time. This is how you make mashed potatoes so tasty. So yeah, the potatoes are done. Now, before I serve these, I'm just gonna heat them up real quick, get them nice and warm, turn on the stove again, just keep stirring them, get them as hot as I can because potatoes lose their heat the most. So this is just gonna keep them nice and warm. Okay, here's the gravy. It just says to whisk. Okay, so we're here at the home stretch. I am almost done. I'm just waiting for my gravy to boil, and then it's done. Everything else is ready to go, and you will be able to sit down and enjoy Thanksgiving dinner with us. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of work, but I'm hoping it's worth it once we dig into the food and you guys can see how we all like it. So I will see you at the end of this video, which is me digging into a big plate of Thanksgiving food. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out the little mini taste test right now. Happy Thanksgiving, family. I am grateful to you guys. Thank you for being my family. Cheers, Benson.
We're grateful for you too, sweetheart.
Okay. All right, here's our plate of food. It is overflowing.
It smells amazing, honey. Good work.
Thank you. Let's try your green beans. Let's see how those are.
Okay.
Benson, try the green beans.
Wow.
Those are delicious.
What'd you do in that?
Sour cream and cheese,
Oh.
baby.
Mmm.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
You like it?
I do.
Oh,
I
wow.
really like it. Mushroom free.
Mushroom free?
Mushroom free.
Mushroom free. Let's taste the potatoes.
Okay. Remarkable.
You love my potatoes.
I always do.
Okay. How about the stuffing?
Very flavorful also.
Mmm.
Very rosemary forward.
I like the stuffing. I forgot to add some gravy to my mashed potatoes. Whoops.
I'll add some of that to my turkey.
Oh yeah, to
I
your
got a
turkey.
couple
That's a good
turkey
idea.
options.
Well, let's try the turkey. Let's try the field roast first. Here it is.
Okay, me too.
I love the texture of this. It's pretty good. Not dry. I know
No,
it's not your thing.
It's not dry.
I think the field roast is fantastic. It has a really good flavor. I love the texture. I'm gonna try the Gardein one now too.
Okay.
The Gardein one has a filling inside.
It's stuffed. Is that like a cranberry? Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay.
I'll try it too.
The Gardein is a much crispier outer shell. But it's good. It has good flavor. I feel like it holds the heat in a little bit more. The other one got cooler faster. I gotta try potatoes with this gravy though.
I feel like we're having a Thanksgiving dinner with everybody.
Yeah, everyone's invited.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the gravy is actually really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
We got a little vegan gravy here. I gotta try
The
it too.
vegan gravy on the potatoes. Mmm. Bon appetit. Benson, how you liking your dinner?
I actually like that. I think that tastes good. I like this one a little bit.
Okay. You like the field roast one a little bit?
And I haven't tried anything else.
Okay.
Okay, well, thanks, honey.
You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I already did the outro, so I hope you all have a fantastic, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.